So much for hopping on my channel. We do a contest every month for something. We pick a winner randomly that likes, comments, and subscribes to every single one of my videos. This month, I have my admin choose them randomly, and you get free access, full access to our lifetime academy. And if you are already a member, then a video chat with me, and we can lay out a trading plan for you, and I can help take your game to the next level. So like, comment, and subscribe to every video that you can this month, and hopefully you'll be the winner and enjoy the next video. Peace.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's May 26th, and today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Memorial Day. It was a holiday, and today, like predicted, we saw an explosion of volatility out in the market today, and we're on the right side of a lot of those trades and a couple of those trades on the wrong side. So I'm going to go over those today in this video. Out here drinking some coffee. It looks like I spilled some on myself, but yeah, so let's get right into it. But if first of all, I hope you're making it out there. You know, man, I'm just watching the news, and everybody, I'm probably going to do a video about this later, but everybody is just so charged up right now and in like a desperate state. And man, I completely understand that, and feeling it myself in a lot of ways. And so, you know, having something to focus on, focusing your efforts on the markets. Like I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, man, I'm just glad I have this group. I have the markets to plug into to get me just super involved with something. It's so important right now. If you can get involved in whatever it is that you're doing, maybe it is trading, maybe it's learning how to do this or navigating the markets, you know, even like not trading live, just connecting into this on a demo account, or even just, you know, paying attention to what is going on Twitter. First of all, if more people paid attention to what's going on right now, we wouldn't be in this situation for so many different reasons. Man, and just, you can watch what's going on in the financial world, which is the bailouts and the printing of money that's happening right now. And then only thing that's happening is the top percent in companies are getting this bailout money, and then they're turning around and buying their stocks back with it and pumping the market back higher. And only the richest of the rich is seeing that, the majority of that money. So just on that basis alone, man, it's just a crazy time. And then put on top of that the virus and everything else. But if we can put something to focus our attention on, this is my point here, that, you know, maybe we won't be so looking to, you know, one, for the media for answers, or to tell us how to feel or how to interact with people. A lot of people right now don't know how to interact with people. We don't know how to interact because a lot of people are afraid. And, you know, man, they're seeing a lot of stories about, you know, racism. God, it's all over the place. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It's incredible. And the only thing that this is doing is dividing us further and further and further apart, so we can never be united as one. And listening to a great podcast today by Andy Frisella, I shared it in my group. And, you know, this is the United States of America. Maybe you're not here. Maybe you're in England or Portugal or Colombia when you're watching this video. But the thing is that, you know, united as a people, as one group of people, you know, we know what's going on intuitively with our intuition. But if we start getting distracted with, obviously money is the biggest distraction. If you have money problems, it's hard to think about anything else. And dude, I'm right there with you with a lot of people. But then add on top of that, you know, the fear of getting sick, your money, your health, and then looking for other, you know, groups of people or political parties or whatever to blame this fear on, you know, just keeps us from getting in touch with ourselves. Because if the more that we can get in touch with ourselves, the more we can look around and realize, you know, the world ain't that bad of a place, and it's only one we got. So didn't mean to go on that rant. I'll do another video about this because, dude, I got a lot to say right now. I'm all over the place and seeing the stuff in the news. You know, like, so that's the first red flag there. So with that statement, I'll just cut myself off, because that was my first mistake, is looking at too many news stories. So let's take a look at what's going on here in the markets. CAD yen, this has been a great trade for us. I sent this out on Sunday in our VIP group, and we've had a massive move to the upside. Pretty standard breakout and a retest here from this level. Like I've been monitoring this level for quite some time, and if we go down here to the daily chart, if we go down here to the weekly chart, you can see like we're at this massive low. Now let's take a look at the monthly. And so this is why it's so important to get that big picture look, because now here we are and we're really far down here. So obviously with everything going on, there's created a bunch of yen strength with it being a safe haven currency. But so if we see the opposite side of that, which is the rubber band effect of massive reckless monetary policy, printing money and printing money and printing money and printing money and putting it back into the stock market to pump it higher, then we're going to see a big shift the other way. And one potentially massive rally to end all rallies, I guess you would say, in risk, which would be, super weak yen and, really strong Aussie dollar, really strong New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, the pound, and then one more big whirlwind or tornado or whatever you want to call it of the repercussions of such reckless monetary policy. So I mean, I'm getting kind of out there, but if you can understand what it is that I'm saying right now, looking at all these charts and stuff really become irrelevant, because it becomes, not easy to predict, but not necessarily easy to predict, but you can see the big picture, and then it's not quite a mystery. That's a much better way to put it. And what it is greed to the most extreme. So let's take a look at US dollar yen here. So this is a great trade. I really like this setup. And so despite the fact that we were talking about like CAD yen and the massive rally that it had, US dollar overnight last night just completely fell flat on its face, which, to be honest, I wasn't too surprised about. But to the degree that the rally against the dollar did catch me off guard. And, I was looking to sell AU. I shared a chart yesterday in the group, and that hit stop loss, as well as NZD USD. So, to the degree, it's just a massive volatility right now. So to the degree that it happened, I wasn't quite expecting. So, but this setup, fundamentals aside here, this just looks like a great sell. So US dollar yen, really like this 107.50, 107.50 we're selling here. And, I think this is going to be a great scenario to sell and rally. So now if we can go to, I can pull up my Fibonacci's here. Okay, so this was just the massive repercussions of this giant move that happened starting in February because of the coronavirus and the sell-off in the stock market. You can see from this retracement, the 38.2% retracement here is dead on. We're right under it, and so a move to the downside looks pretty likely here. And so we've got multiple layers here of resistance, but you can see how significant this level is here. So very significant. Tie on top of that the 38.2% retracement, and this potentially makes the proposition that we would hit this 61.8 down here pretty possible. So, you know, but are we going to, if the stock market continues to rally and push up, are we going to see this like super fast? No. But if we do see, say, quite a big dip, which is very, very possible, then I think we could see this very, very fast. So, but on the front end of it, just a great setup. You know, we've got rejected here at this resistance and pushed back below. Had us a nice little retest here, and it looks like we're about to move to the downside. So US dollar yen looks really, really nice right here. I'm going to take a look at when a trade that didn't work out. And here we go. Pound Aussie. So, and I definitely wanted to go over this because, like, you know, first of all, definitely have losing trades, but secondly, a lot of times this kind of thing happens before we see a big move, and I'm really thinking that somebody in the group pointed this trade out to me, and you know, I'm glad she did. I think it's a great play. So, you know, despite the fact that I hit a stop loss here, the reward from a big rally that could potentially happen is far greater than the 40 pips that we lost with that stop loss. So that's why it's so important to manage your risk, especially everything that's going on right now. Right here on the RSI, we have a nice, I teach this in my training, double tap, one move to the downside, double tap here. And so it's a good possible sign for a turnaround. So we have the double tap there on the daily, and on the 4 hour, we're seeing some divergence. And on the 1 hour, you can see, man, this really looks like a stop hunt to me. So we'll see how this pans out in the next coming session. So pound dollar, like I thought this really looked good because you know, if we go to pound Aussie dollar, go to the pound dollar, and then see this massive rally here. So you know, the pound strength that's occurred here against the dollar, to me, just looks like, man, maybe it hasn't happened yet against the Aussie. So so once that does happen, it is going to be like a freight train, and you know, we're going to see 100, 200 pips very, very quickly. So so don't rule out the pound Aussie. I think it's going to be a good setup coming up here. And let's take a look at Aussie Swiss, which currently holding. And what we're doing here in the Aussie, man, is just a huge, just some serious strength, and we're pushing up into some big levels. But, you know, I think we are approaching a bit of a reversal point. So here we are on the 4 hour. You can see on the 1 hour, just, you know, what looks like a, you know, I don't know any other way to say it than a breakout. Definitely here. So whether or not, you know, we get a false breakdown or breakout here and come back below this line, or we just, this is the area where we make a move lower to then push higher, is kind of, we're going to have to wait and see. But it's going to be one or the other, I think, most likely, because of this massive, you know, one, it's a big V-shaped recovery is what this is called. And, you know, this is the move lower in stocks. And you can see that, man, that's our move lower. Let's take a look at, I just want you to see how tied together this is to, say, something like the S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500, this is a big move lower. And so here we are on, just for example, Aussie Swiss. So if there wasn't a better example of correlating markets, I don't know what is. So very nice correlations here. So we'll see if the S&P 500 rolls over. So another really good setup too before we sign off here is US dollar Swiss. And we are right at a triangle here, and this is coming up to a make or break point. So either we break down out of this big triangle we've been trading in for quite some time, and if that were to happen, then that would be really bearish the dollar, and it would be a good catalyst to push Euro USD much higher. So definitely past 110 and beyond, and that would be kind of the rocket fuel that would take us into this next level, because of the correlation between the euro and the Swiss franc being so tied together. So man, a lot going on in the market. So make sure that you manage your risk, you trade prudently, and you don't have to be trading live. This is especially with new people that are coming into my group that watch this video. Man, take your time, learn on a demo. What's going on right now is unprecedented time in history. So nobody's really been in this type of market environment before. So learn on a demo, take your time. Don't try to get the money overnight. That's going to bail you out of the financial troubles and financial stress that this is put on to everybody. Trust me, it's not just you. And so, but if you can move your attention towards everything's going crazy around me, shit's hitting the fan, the world's nothing makes sense right now. I'm going to just study the markets. I'm just going to plug in. I'm going to watch. I'm going to, for people that are involved in my group, to really just get involved in our chat room, our amazing chat room, and use that as a tool to help deliver you through this time of uncertainty. So I'm going to do another video on this because it's so important. And with that being said, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. Click the link below to get started. I would love to have you in my group. I teach all my strategies and different ways to approach a market, so you can develop your own style of trading. And that's what you need to have for sure. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the VIP chat room. All right, everybody. Peace.